I started my PhD with ants, and one day a guy came to me. He asked me, how can you, a doctor, help me to make my life better? And that simple question was very strong for me because I could not find a good answer for that farmer. After that, I decided to study ants in a way that I could provide some kind of benefits for people.
When I finished my PhD, I decided I really wanted to try to make a difference, and I went to Washington and I worked with environmental advocacy. But after a year, I realized that the main thing preventing things from happening on the ground was a lack of good information, solid information being applied at strategic places like the Amazon.
The big question was, how could we inject science into society in a way that people can use it to make their lives better? The IPAM is trying to create different mechanisms to save the forest, because doing that, we are trying to save the planet. IPAM means the Instituto de Pesquisa Ambiental da Amazônia, or in English, the Amazon Environmental Research Institute.
What IPAM does is world-class science, and we apply that directly into policy processes, into regional planning processes, and in developing models of success for managing natural resources on the ground.
The IPAM mission is keep the planet habitable and good enough for the next generation.
IPAM's ability to be effective in Brazil at all the levels that it is effective comes from the fact that we can take everything we do back to the local base, and that it is a Brazilian and originally an Amazonian institution. We have Amazonians and Brazilians who are important leaders in their areas of expertise.
IPAM's unique, I'd say, because we're pragmatic. We work on the ground and across different levels scientifically, but also in the policy arena and also with the markets.
The economy side of the process, it's essential, it's crucial. The only way to save the forest is create a green economy. So IPAM is working to put value on standing forests.
IPAM is working with floodplain communities to develop a community-based co-management system for floodplain fisheries and other natural resources.
At the Tanguru Ranch, we're trying to understand the role of fire in degrading forests and being part of a vicious cycle in which drought, fire, and land use could actually displace half of the rainforest in the Amazon over the next 20 years.
I believe that's possible to think about a new concept of development where you have a social justice, where you have environment protection and a sustainable economy.
We all have a stake in the Amazon because literally the air we breathe has got some carbon and oxygen that's been through Amazon trees. We live in a global interconnected planet, and a forest of that magnitude is just affecting climate and the composition of the atmosphere everywhere. IPAM is really a catalyst. We're tiny compared to the economic processes that we're trying to change. There's huge political interest in tearing the Amazon down, but we intervene and we're able to redirect the development pathway.